bless you. There are no information tables of the EFF in Zone 5 here. Bamfonela batho ba community ba reno re be re ilo register a ona batho ba EFF Zone 5 ko what month Zone 5 what level? Let me tell you what level of Polokwane Zone 5 on the day of registration there were no tables of the EFF. I get called by community members, and then when I do a research further, there are two councillors of the EFF who come from that ward. Two councillors coming from one ward. And then that's a ward I must be receiving a call that there are no tables. Balebo, this is not my company. Because I give a kubin. Two councillors. I have to now call around and get people to go to Zone 5. Again? Why? Why am I doing that? It's my duty to make sure where there's a problem of the EFF, I intervene. Especially where I come from. When I, as a councillor, where you come from, there's no EFF table. How can you assist communities well? Omang, opalla kutusha EFF ye wishing in the council. Osna selo ole useless. Osanga wa wina le wati. Osanga wa ba anything. Huh? Opalla kudo tusha mokhato wo udile motho batho ba le bona o ta ba thusha kae opalla ke EFF because everything starts with the EFF. We first build a stronger EFF in order to build stronger communities out there guided by the organization. Where now, I ban deploy le mankwe, I ban deploy le blowback. Before we have blowback, Lukisha Chari, Nurovechi Yuang, now Satsibur, where you stay, there is no table, there is no tablecloth. Huh? You ought to take care of your people first before you can about blowback. Refugee re breakfast or no ara ya breakfast ara ye re na le councillor tše pedi tša Zone 5 tše di ka apiang tša tšona breakfast tša yo fa di volunteer tša EFF go sasa mola Zone 5 mola go na le mme o mongwe wa ANC wa o tshwenya wa councillor mola Bargamang no monde or bile di tšema podisa re dia bohulu ya re batho šiba ba dia bohulu go sasa ba tloa ba re o rekile makhanselara a EFF a mabedi nka itshepa e ba ka diota ka maka e se nnete ba diota ka maka ba re no monde o rekile makhanselara a EFF a nka itshepa why ba kotsamaya ba sena tafula e le gore ba rekwa. What went through them? Letele palelo ko ba le ditafula in town Polokwane le na le tsebe Blowberg or bona o ta reila o bo tswe bose o re botse o re wena o ka yo dia di table Blowberg we jump mo Polokwane where the town is easily accessible, everything is just around here, you don't have tables. One of the schools that didn't have a table ke a kwa strata sela sa bo Brasai ba re keng Mapolo no what no Rand Lear school or something Maburu anamo mola mo ke nyaka leina la lona sekolo sela man mo bendo mo gaufi le Brasai yeah, some northern or something. Lar school was or something. Anamo lagen skolo sela. Asina tafula ya EFF. Moton rumela snape. Or there is no table of the EFF. Where is this place? I start checking. On the same street. That's where my brother stays. Malema, who was the chairperson of the EFF Capricorn, stays in the same street. Kiamofonela, Roni, Kaya Kitoma Masadi, Lekai Maurin, our Lemokai, Argamoai, O Tovel, Kiaj, Roni, Umogai, Mo builders. Hey, builders Lydia. Doreka, when I fish lane, yao kata lawn. Oh, lo kata guy. Ay. Roni, liatswar mamotau thai. Chief ki. Ker mamota, ona le registration. Mola wena unangona, agona tafula. Those are your family members who are going to take a platform when you die, that they support you, they've always supported you, but where they stay, there's no EFF table. So before we even come to you, we must start with our own families. Or support. Be the first ones to go and put the tables. Why? There is no winner. Ke bona ba mathomo ba o kry di VIP ticket. But how berekishwa bana ba batho ba bangwe bona they are nowhere to be found. How do you have your own family members? Ori apa regret the VDETFs. I regret the VDETFs. In your family, you are 7. None of them is a volunteer in a VD. You are looking too far. From today, lebelela mo gaufilu wena before you look outside. So lena ba rile ba mpotsa ora una tafula ka re bendo re ke lebella hore ke mangana mola ka kry ya eshu ka re hey tafula ye we alone agenya go itseba the following day ka 6 ke thaba ke yona ka dinepa ke bile ke tshikile le ka kwa thukwela kale arbona ke takantshitse black a ke sanya ka phoso I don't want problems. We need to start with our wives, with our children, with our cousins, with all our relatives, because when I went to address in Mpumalanga, I found Godrich's mother seated there, the wife seated there, the sister-in-law seated there. Kermagog, what are you doing here? Argena volunteer ya VD, his mother. Asanga, the mother are, no, my son is something big in the EFF. I get it in. We start. Go and get 10 voters, each one of you. You don't start with your family members. I don't understand. Leacho mola yo nyaga batho kwa ntle. Wa re ke krele 5. Ka mo ga yona le batho ba 60 ba o vote. O le church ke eng mo mathong a ke tsebe. Mara batho ba lena bao ke bona who stand to benefit in the immediate abayo emela budget e phasa kgwedi yane le tseneng ka yona le gola kgwedi yane we ba ja the same month. Why can't they go and carry posters? Because they know that if this thing succeed, our family will succeed and the community will succeed. So fighters, let's go and work the ground. Retoma ka ba rena, retoma ka bakgotsi ba rena, and everyone who's close to us, re tsena fase. The work becomes easy that way. Le di BETFs, you can't establish a VDETF. What am I? What CIC visa? Here VDETF guy or a salary via batsamai. A ona or baskata maya because abatsibi mereko habona. Usancho babiye over service. How do you service them? After putting VDETF, every activity in the branch must rotate from one VD to the other. There must never be a VD where you say that VD is too far. There is no VD too far if it's in your words. Adi rotate the activity. Andi alwere ichwamu utaborra sedichori. Kenna coordinate ya branch. O coordinator ingi kara o coordinate the VDETFs. Coordinator the VD o the coordinator so as a coordinator. There no auna the activist mo. Auna the activist. There will never be activist without activity. Branches wanchi ite kadi program cha di netball cha ulwancha crime cha umache cha police station cha bana cha. They don't have to be big like this. Small to the size of your branch, it's enough. Anyane branch itlo gola. So activities. When you have activities, you will have activists in your branch. So go and do all of those things. Let allow complain. What's working? Renale another 4.5 years to fight. Mara adi election defeater. Arisa dia jana che win. O moja ro wena o tlo ba ntshitshimisha re ro be ya di poster wena. Arisa lwana. Re lwa eng re le balane le naba. Le naba shile. Ba re ke 2024. We cannot afford to fight each other. We must come together and fight the enemy. Apele au complain no. Arisa complain o complain ikai. Hey mamang adi nyinyi. Hey idi yewen. Wa usaidi. Odo thorra sedich. Mamang adi nyinyi ka baka la gore wa tswafa wena. That's why o khona o mona o ra adi nyinyi. Mara go ka thoma o bereka wena. Wa sebele taba le motho o ka se mmona. Go and do your work. Comrades, we are going into elections nicely. Again, let's go. Don't threaten anyone with violence. Abelo utswere monna, utswere molaitsa, thowe bujije. Aulwe ka matsogo, aulwe ka di weapon. You use your brain to fight. Don't use violence. Don't threaten anyone with violence. Especially basadi, ba mekgatlo e mengwe le ba EFF. A re lwele motho, a re destroy di poster tša motho. Ska tsamaya o destroy posters of other people. If you are bored, tsa montšha di-poster tša EFF o di remove because are di enough o di bie ka mola strateng sela mamotha ba di bona o sasa o ye o di ntšhe gape o di iše ka mola a kere o na le energy ya o ntšha di-poster ntšha tše tša EFF o di relocate o di die mobile. You've got enough energy. Leave other people's posters. Let's go destroy a mebitini ya batho ba bangwe. Let's go stop batho ba bangwe o dia door to door. Ge le o tshwara meeting le make sure or venue ya lena le bukile gabotse a le to fapana le batho. Let's go force batho to donate to the EFF, especially the Somalians. Le donate le shopwe. Do not force anyone to donate to the EFF, and do not do manga deals with anyone. Or if you give us money now, when we take over government, we are going to give you a tender. Oscar Komita. Khopela tšhelete gabotse, o khopelle di volunteer tša gago, a o fetša ba o fe ba o file, e se ba o fa a ona problem. Ge o yo khopela tšhelete, o ska tsamaya o le teng, tsamaya le o mongwe, ka gore ba ile o fa 100 ranta, ba tsamaya ba bolela gore ba o file 300 ranta, and ya bane wena 100 ranta o itišitše. Her di kwa ba re 300 rara po tišitše 100, ene tša tshwanela. So gore o ska ba wa bolelwa maka ka wena ka ditšhelete, ge o yo tšea tšhelete e ya le o mongwe wa lefaetha. Nte le mowe tšhelete is tempting, re a sokola re le jalo. Ge o fetša o tšea tšhelete ya donation ya EFF o fita ka gae di banana šitše di alla di tšwa le mamina di a jaluša ke moka gore 100 rand e la EFF wa re ke moka o tsene mathateng. So always be in a company of other people when you do that. Do not spread lies. Ska bolela maaka. Deputy Chair. So that we can plan. Kia Free State tomorrow. Barmon Navare, no. Regrele dijo for all the regions. You can take care of this and that region, no problem. Kamasa 12 midnight 1 o'clock. Bam phonela. Hi. But balabar promised dijo as abasa tsara di phone. Ker asur go naware bale promise dijo o rile rekreile dijo o shetse o di miditse dijo tšela o bompotša ka tšona o bolela maaka. Why do you lie? Re botše gore o a palelwa, re tlo namela o ska nana gore we are going to say nice things. We are going to remind you how useless you are. Useless. Mara, I have drop a phone, re a tswa re na le bothata. Jela ja o fafata mo phone, they are not going to solve this problem. A problem must be solved. Do not lie. Le ka batho ba re tsamonya ka VDTF tša batho ba 15, wena wa tsamaya wa yo ngwala maina mabita wa mabiteng. Why do you lie? You're jumpisa. Eventually it's going to come out. And then that lie will live with you for the rest of your life. Tomorrow you must lead us. Mara unalemaka. Don't lie. Na ke bolele maka mebra. Wana kudo uboja yona straight or shiwe. And le phone ke na le phone e wana ke na phone jepeng. Maybe I'll be ya mosadi. Baba mo tsebang ba sa nkere ba ka mo founela. Mara o ska nahana hore o ka se nkere. You'll get me on the phone. And if I don't want to talk to you, why are you calling me? I don't want to talk to you. What is this? So I don't hide, I don't go running. If umpaditaba, kita waraba chona, or nagi di bona so. I get all jiga, and then leave a lie, get the phone, jedinchi, hey, erinchi ka montombar no dalang music, but baba interceptor, baskari interceptor intelligence ke. No, but by intelligence, batang interceptor, by nyaga. Kaur, ntweki bulelanga mo spirit. Go repeat a public. So let them not waste resources. Awa kisatwe bulela, kisai policha le mutaku. Eluru na umpuja maka uta itsola kaur. Yona ko ibulela tabe ane ampuja nyon. Ko ibulela ka kuante ka. I'm going to say Lebo, alamu phone in. Oh. So, comrades, do not lie. Never lie. And do not use vulgar language. And comrades, let's go campaign lebiala or legislate drugs or obolela le voter utsuba cigarette or vote those people are going to vote for you. No. La tsuba la fecha la khona le ya mo bathong. O ska ya unwele byala, o ska ya o jile di drugs. Always e bang clean. Ho ba clean aso ba expensive. O ska para skipa sa EFF sa lerata sa o galoga. O re hey ape regalia. Wa mpona re na ke tle ka maka ya para regalia. Mara it doesn't make me less EFF because I got para regalia. I am EFF ke kanami ke lebele jodim. EFF as regalia. Aria paren regalia mara reska para maratha regalia. Ra para regalia di chila. Ras tlhape rena. Comrades, o tsamamo o nkga makgwafa o so thape o tsena ka motseng wa batho ba o ke thata o le clean o nkga monate wena wa di o tsena ka lefeta a o sno tsena ka lefeta ka mola motseng ola ore ro lefa mebereko ro lefa eng ke moka o a tsamaya ba lefeta lona le ka fa motho mmereko le khwafa you must dress the way you want to be addressed. Eba clean as a ground force. Be clean. Be presentable. Know your issues. Eba tuba ulebelela. But this is a representative of what tomorrow looks like. Tomorrow looks like this person. Oscar Reufita, but Badoba hopeless. Don't be. Always be presentable because you are the mayor, you are the councillor, you are the HOD, you are the MEC, you are the Premier, you just don't know. You represent that future that we are marching into. Always be presentable. Oscar Chavali teacher la be you ruta metse it's about when I do what I kopo o paleji ki woodwork ge o be ile berete mo bon matata le ka moka ba lebeji ka moka awu ka fela o tsena beret ba tswa hey o tsene bonqondo yalo ditlobo one more Oscar ba le motse or factory or school or ye uchabang we tsena. By virtue of being EFF, you've got a license to enter everywhere because everybody in South Africa agrees with the EFF, including the ANC. Bano chaba, ba chaba. Mara ge ba ntse ba leti bare okay. Mara maka ona wa bolela na re a ke re moganeditše mara o bolela maka bare ke nnete mara wa thelela manyana o tšeo se ka di bolela tše ba kwana le rena ka moka na bona ba bangwe ba sa dutše ka kua boyelong ba nnišeditše tala gore re ta tšwa mo ra ya kae mara in reality and politically there is only one organization that makes sense in South Africa, and that organization is the EFF. So that's why, don't be scared to go anywhere. Ari chamo, roberek. Ariri, hi, na arinyaki violence. Eba betamu tumularar. Na arinyaki violence. Re condemn. Rabara itsena ra ilamula or whoa, stop the violence. Not in the name of the EFF. Robereka le CIC morbona masatu re legele satuli are le nyaki re a le tseba. That's why VDETF le party agent e swantse be batho ba ba tswa mowe gore ba tsene sekolo mola ba ba tseba masatu a dikhuruku a sekolo sela e ba fita ba re o re a motseba ke le satu a ka se bereke. Go and do that. Mo le telelwang ona ba le threatena bo tsa maphodisa o ra hape na motho shulwa le rena. Comrades, the gazebo di gona kwa et office ba direkile ntwela gazebo e tura ampe e bora o bora ke 5,000 e one ya o brandiwa ba eta pele ba EFF nke le rekele batho ba di gazebo le ba rekele di gazebo wa tsba ntwela gazebo e ba dutse ba batho ba rena ba dutse go re ba khatisha wa mmona re a tseba o ra lena chelete and all of that mara anyane o no topa eti mola neng tshepedi ra khopela le businessman ile a re topela tše nnenyana. Please, let's get gazebos. Ba eta pele ba EFF mashila ale o bia motor flee ala thile Floyd ile ba mpontša sniper yena ebile o a bone le maraba start ke rolo le a tsamaya la yo reka rolo ela la e ngatha ga botse le a tseba lena la e rokanyetša ga botse ya ba botse la khona o brenda ele fetša o brenda ebile le a diapara lo diapara tše dingwe tše. Leaders must do that. Now you must not do door to door without canvassing sheet, without voters roll. Yo roichia kai ke bana ba ba ntšhinka mo pele le ba ba di city tša ka pele ba ba swantše ba tiše canvassing sheet ba tiše le voters roll because ha le mo fa report o le swantše le mo fa report ka canvassing sheet Har canvassing shiti ka le re file ke man. Ka gore a wa re fa yona. Ya lo ka nya ka nto so re fiona. Baetapele, go and get voters roll. Ba bolela mo ba re, you have spoken to 11,000. We need more than 1 million that you spoke to directly that appear on the voters roll. Go and talk to our people. Mmereko wa rena o a se mmereko wa letšatši fela ke everyday job, every day as volunteers. So comrades, a fighter I borei o gona ba ro boreile o kwa budutu there's too much to be done. Uno phonela deputy chairperson ya province wa re mamothar machecha factory EFF mo ba tsenyang di workers wa ya kwala ya la macha mamothar ya kae mamothar o bia di poster kae you can't be a fighter wa bore au boreile no dia door to door ilo tsena motse ka motse by the time o chaisha o lapile wa robala mo bore ka fighters must always, and this goes to you as well, leaders, every morning when you wake up, read a chapter of a book. Every morning when you wake up, read a chapter of a book. Because agira utswa wa thoma wa ke teleja. Then lena le ke teleja ka Facebook, la ke teleja ka Twitter, la ke teleja ka di WhatsApp. Ge o ka kopanya all of those things you read on Twitter, on WhatsApp, on Facebook, combine all of them, and the amount of time you spend going through those things is an equivalent of a chapter of a book. So the people who read a book, they reason better than Fikile Mbalula. So you comrades must reason better than Fikile Mbalula. You comrades must say bagamphala kamuka, not Fikile Mbalula. Fikile Mbalula doesn't read and he has got no time to himself. Uatsamaya, after the results, they announce how many people registered to vote. Uatsamaya, we are more Twitter. Or 2 million plus people have registered to vote. The president of the student command corrects him. Or no, it's not 2 million. It's 500,000 plus. Our candidate Thola. Ogra no, Mushimano was student command. Overla need. U delete Twitter yela. Ungwala information yela afileng ke president ya student command. Again, our telege. Mara mushimano mutinne wabon. Umuporile gampuru mfano wayang correct. Yalo unyokolwa le mfanula. He's got no thought process and thinking capacity to can coin something that will paralyze that boy. Arwa mushimanola uri 2024 is our 2024. Agere ba shimane bale ba 2024 is our 1994. O countera mushimanola or 2024 is our 2024. Why kore it has gone extremely low. He couldn't think of anything. The mind is blocked. Why? He hasn't visited a book in a long time to can coin a catchy phrase which will undermine the president of the student command. That's why 2024 is our 2024. Kor orugana le mushimanola ukabare banji di shopong tja zone 1. Ya luena. Ke lwe tja o se bale. Don't read to remember. Don't read to memorize anything. Just read, because the brain functions differently. One day, you are going to try make a point, and then the library in your brain will not disappoint you. It just opens like this. Okre we betile o tshwana le borena so ba o believe ba badimo. Hey, badimo ba ka ba itsena gore mola ke go gare ke a ke re mo ba ntantše mai ka kwa le nna ke tswa ka ramo ke tswile. A se badimo. You once read about it somewhere. You just don't remember. But if you don't read anything, this brain has got nothing to store in the library. And even during a moment where you ought to think on your feet, the library is open, but it's empty. So you cannot be a leader if you don't read a book. Any book. If you go and take the Bible and put it next to where you sleep and just read a Bible. As long as you are reading something, you are activating this brain. You are expanding its thinking capacity, because a ground force must be a thinking machine. You are a doctor of society. Ge o fita mola motse mola in your community, ge wena o tsena ba re di answera tša rena di fitlhile. You are a doctor of society. Ha o ka re o ya operation ka kua theater, o kana miso ba sa re ba tlo thaba di injection tša o robatša, wa tsena doctor le khoa plus le rata makgoa gampe e o tsenela le khoa o re a mamothona go phela lo phela ba rometse le doctor le khoa operation ya ka yo tsamaya botse ke moka ba sa o bia motse ba o prepare. Doctor ya re o kwa eng wa re ke kwa pain mo ya thoma ya lla doctor le gore hi o kana mempete kam wa di bona di gown tšela tša kwa hospital di thiba ka mo pele fela ba di o bona o emelela gore nna nka sa dia operation ka mo morago a o sa naga le o tseba le ka mo morago gore bothata keng doctor ialla doctor jalo la doctor no ke hwile o e bone gale doctor nna ke hwile ke lena. You are doctors of society. You can't go into communities and say, Barry, we are unemployed, there are no jobs. What? Hey, Mishuma na luba ona ka satsuga ibilo ona ka re agerle a mmona wa nkwe kgolo o tšea mešomo ka moka a kwa satsuga bile le mošomo e ba re mešomo e gona ba ko wena or no, we are going to create jobs. We are going to reopen the manufacturing industry of South Africa through beneficiation. Beneficiation, chrome yela ya rena ya kwa skukun. Aisa tlo tsamaya raw as it is. Re converter into steel. And a re converter into steel, inyaka banna le basadi. That's how we create jobs. Mo gae mo. Ori. That's why there is no That's why there is no manufacturing economy in South Africa. We are a consuming economy. More South Africa mo are really toothpick, are really menches. Menches solo lighting ucha ule China. Ale fetale rauna mebereko. Why can't you say let's open a factory yaudia me menches? Are stop the menches chauchwa China. Chauchwa China adi tsena mo. Menches somo wane ke 10 rand. O to tsena mo South Africa 10 rand. One mo South Africa menches wo produce you mo 5 rand. That's how you protect your industry. When you protect your industry, the demand goes high. When the demand goes high, the supply must increase. It means more jobs. for our people. That's you, doctor of society, when you go into our houses. Comrades, let's start meeting ya batho if le na le convinced yourself. Tell them I will come back on this one. Don't pretend to know when you know nothing. Because the more you speak, the more stupid you sound. Do not ridicule yourself. But lo tlompa batho ba lore no, ye a se ke tshware gabotse, e reng ke tla butša baetapele, ke tla boya. And o skaela ruri, o boye. O ba botša gore tabela, ke tšo e kry-a she. That's what you must do. Comrades, fighters, look after each other. They don't hold grudges. Ritile mo conferencing ka mo holong e. Ra kgetha baetapele ba bantšhwa mo ba Limpopo. If you disagreed at that time, by now that issue should be closed. Because fighters do not hold grudges. Reta mo rabakishana ka maina, he ba re fetša o vota re resolvile e fedile. Once you take it out of here, you are no longer a fighter. Maqabane a re gola ne re bitšana maqabane. Batho ba le ba ANC re ba bitša gore ke maqabane a Tambo. Na ba re bitša ba re ke rena maqabane a Winnie. Maqabane ke lentswe le le tšwang kwa lebollong la banna wa Maxhosa ge ba le kwa ba tlotšana ka letsoku mo mmeleng, ba swantše ba le tlotše le ka mo morago. Mara ha o kgone o ke tlotša ka morago. O mongwe wa geno wo wetšeng le yena o swantše a o totše ka mo morago, le yena a thene le wena o mo totše ka mo morago. Ba re ba taba ke maqabane, ba taba o taba o a ba fetša ba bitšana maqabane, leqabane laka. That's where the concept leqabane comes from. Gore here in the initiation school, there is no mirror. There is nothing I can use to see if you did a good job at the back. I just have to trust you. You are a comrade of mine. I know you've got my back. I know you can't do something bad to me. That's why ke tšwa confidently like sa tsebe gore ka mo morao how do I look like? Because you took care of my back and I took care of your back. Re maqabane ke alwa. I'm in a war. I'm fighting the enemy. I should never be worried to look back because you are at my back. You are taking care of the enemy at the back and I'm taking care of the enemy in front. You ought to ask the question, if you seated here, ole qabane la motho o tlileng le yena wa branch yao na, do you have each other's backs or you expose each other with ease and want to destroy one another? Barria Limpopo Ground Forces Forum, go for apology, go and serve the apology there for me. How fitamo awi bulele apology la wenna ka marao. Bari Julius o ka na receive. Agira must be destroyed. How fecha o comrade yaka. You are not a comrade of mine. Comrades, let's look after each other's back. There are a lot of people who hate us out there. We cannot afford to hate each other inside this wall, inside the EFF. Always, when you see a person with an EFF t-shirt or a beret, you must just smile. Maraba start. Pitori, aletsibang lo tsebana. Hey, fighter, fighter, fighter. Why? We know that in the EFF, we love each other. We are a family. I don't have to know you. As long as you are wearing your EFF regalia, you are a comrade of mine. That's the mentality we must have. Comrades, we are going to work now. When we leave here, there will not be a VD without VD ETFs. There will not be in February a VD without a table, a VD without a gazebo, a VD without visible EFF. Because we came here in our numbers from Vembe, from Mopani, Waterbags, Kukuni, and we met in Capricorn. We came here and we said we're going to start a journey to victory from Seshego, and nothing is going to stop us when we leave here. We are going to march until Union Building. Only the Union Building will stop us. No one can stop us. No factionalist can stop us. No lazy person can stop us. No divider will stop us. No Lucifer will stop us. No train can stop this victory. No one can determine the future of South Africa. The future of South Africa is in your hands. Use your vote next year progressively. Amanda!